In this section, I'm going to show you how to manage your staff. Now, in most cases, that means booking staff into the courses you've got running so that you have trainers in order to run the courses. So, as an example, I will go into the diary here, and on this day, on the 15th, we have two courses running. A Word course, Introduction to Microsoft Word, and Introduction to Microsoft Excel. Now, we need trainers for those. We need to put some of our own staff members on those in order to run the courses. So if I click with my right hand mouse button, here in the menu is Book Staff. Now, I've set up some staff already. Here's our list of staff, and you'll see that we can categorize the staff to actually tell us what courses they are capable of running. So this will help us when booking in the staff. So we know that this is an Excel course, and I can see here that Matt Dillon is an Excel instructor as well as a Word instructor. So I'll click on him, and you see how the system then puts him into the Book Staff column, and I'll click on OK, and then his name will then appear under the Excel course. Now I'll do the same for the Word course. I'll book staff in here, and hopefully you'll see now that Matt Dillon has been made unavailable. He's busy, and it will tell you why he's busy. It's because he's running the Introduction to Microsoft Excel. So in which case we have to pick someone else who's then going to run the Word course. So if I look down my list here, we have James Bond, who is capable of running the Word course. So click on him, click on OK, and there he is in there. So we now have two instructors booked in for running the courses. Now if you make a mistake, you can easily remove the booking. I'll right click here and choose Delete Staff Booking. It'll confirm, are you sure you wish to delete the staff booking? I'll say yes, and Mr. Bond has been removed from this course. Now you can also book staff through the staff planner. I'll scroll down here and go into the staff planner, and here you'll see the same courses that we have booked in our diary but laid out in a planner view, with dates running across the top and our staff member names down the left hand side. Now I'm just going to refresh this screen because actually we do have Matt Dillon still booked in there. You'll see how it's moved that to his line. Now if we want to book in someone into this Word course, we just click on it from here. It brings up very similar booking screen for the staff. I'll choose James Bond again, click on OK, and that should move that to his line. So we can now see that he's running that course. In Planner View, you can choose anything from one week up to 4 weeks, 1 month, or actually any period you choose. I'll just choose a month here, and you'll see how we now get this scroll bar, so we can actually scroll along and see all the other courses that need staff booking in. I'll just put that back to 1 week, and under the options menu here you can also choose to see a variety of information with the courses. So I can choose to show the start and end times. There we have start and end times appeared against the courses. You can show either the contact bookings or the contact booking counts. Now the counts are on at the moment, so you can see here we have 4 contacts booked and a capacity of 10. But if I actually choose contact bookings, here we go, and it actually shows the names of the people that actually booked in on those courses as well. And we can also show only events that have contact bookings. If you only want to book staff in on courses that have people booked in, then you don't want to be able to have to see the ones that currently don't have any. So for example, these 2 courses here, the Beginner's Guide to the Internet, neither of them have any contacts booked. So what we could do is just have those completely removed off the display, because there's no need to be able to book any staff in on those. I'll just put those back to how they were. There we go. Now you can also use the planner to show staff holiday time, sick time, or unavailable time. So I'll illustrate that here. If I click in this cell here, I get the menu to add these items of information. So I'll say that I'm on holiday, say for, let's say, 3 days. So go down there, set it to the 18th, and there it's mapped out those 3 days that I'm on holiday. We could say that Cameron has some sick time. She's off on sick leave just on that day. There we go. And what about Frankie Howard? Let's have some staff unavailable time. So we'll just map out that area there, that day, to say that he's unavailable. Now, if your members of staff are unavailable at regular times, you can also put that in to occur on a weekly basis. So I'll just click here under Penelope Pitstop and choose Set Day of Week Availability. And here we go. And I'm just going to change the view here to an hour to compress the display a bit. And I'll say that on a Friday, she is unavailable pretty much the whole day. So I just click and drag the area that I want. And there you go, it's now mapped out that she's unavailable on a Friday. And let's also do Tuesday as well. So she's unavailable on Tuesday and Friday. I'll click on OK here, and you should see here now that it's put in unavailable Friday, unavailable Tuesday. Flick onto the next week, and you'll see how she's unavailable on exactly the 2 same spots again next week. So that means we can always tell on a weekly basis when she's going to be about. Right, so I'll just go back to this week, and what I'll show next is the staff diary, and I'll pick on someone that's already got some bookings. So Mr. James Bond, you'll see here when I hover over someone's name it highlights, and if I click on it, that takes me into the diary for that particular staff member. So what this is showing me is that for this week he's only booked in onto 1 course for training. There are 4 contacts booked. His hours are 8 hours for running that course. I've actually set a fixed price for paying the trainers of £100, but you can change that. You can pay them on an hourly rate or an amount per hour per trainer. And this also shows you the value of bookings. So that shows of the people that are booked on, we've generated £1,200 worth of revenue. And down here towards the bottom, you'll actually see a summary of their time. So this is the number of hours they've spent on various training courses, how much holiday and how much sick leave. Now finally, I'll go back to the main diary and show you how that information now has been reflected back into the main diary. So I'll just click on the refresh button here. You'll see how Mr. Bond now has been put back in because we did that in the planner. But if I also choose under the options here to show staff, holiday, sick or unavailable time, you should see up at the top here we'll see those 3 members that we added stuff to. So there's myself, who's on holiday, says day 1 of 3. Cameron Diaz is off sick, and busy staff, Penelope Pitstop, who's unavailable between 9 and 7 o'clock on a Friday. And that information should reflect through in all the views. So if I choose the 4-week calendar, that also shows how Penelope Pitstop is unavailable on all the Tuesdays, also unavailable on the Fridays. And you can also see here the holiday showing all 3 days of my holiday, which is day 1 of 3 there, day 2 of 3 there, and day 3 of 3 there, and the sick leave for Cameron Diaz.